Seen the pick sheet?
Hey, what's up, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and the millions watching around the world? It is time for SEC After Dark, your favorite part of the week, my favorite part of the week, our favorite part of the week. And joining me, we almost got a full house. We are minus Jeb, but we've got Stephen Willis from Lockdown Ole Miss. We've got Dr. Mike Heisman. He is now officially a doctor. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Lots of people go to school for 8 years.
Yeah, they're called doctors. Hammer and Boss Man from Biscuits and SEC are joining us. And, of course, Jake Thomas from Bama After Dark and Tide Talk Live.
I'm getting a lot of feedback from somebody. I don't know if it's me or what, but
yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
I don't hear anything, but
it's gone away now since Hammer
It's Hammer.
muted. Yeah.
Hammer. What your
Hammer.
problem is.
Hammer.
Mhm.
Okay, so
All right. Continue.
in honor of Hammer. What's up, everybody? We can now officially get started. And the feedback that I thought we were getting was the electric razor that was
It's
trimming.
good, Hammer.
Yeah, we're good. We thought it was the electric trimmer that was sculpting that Fu Manchu that we hope to get.
So Texas A&M did not do what needed to be
I
done.
know, but
Right.
I'm gonna still try, Steve. I'm gonna still try.
it's kind of
Yeah.
weird because it's like the opposite where, normally you make a bet like that and you shave something crazy on your face if your team loses. But instead, I bet with the Aggies and they let me down.
They let you down, guys. Not good.
Hammer, I'm doing
That's-
that. I'm doing that this week with Alabama. I'm not shaving unless they beat Oklahoma. So,
All right. I love it.
Till next season?
they play each other in the college football playoff.
Yeah.
No.
About a
I
week.
know, but yeah. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they win the title, Jake, I think you got to keep it growing until they lose one, even if it is next season.
Hey, it all hinges on Alabama. If they win,
How fast does your facial hair grow, Jake?
pretty fast. I hate it sometimes.
What are we looking at? Are we
Tough
looking
beard
at
until next August.
It'd be like
like down
out
to here?
Yeah, it'd be out here and about down to right here.
Yeah.
So let me get this. If Bama loses, you have to shave?
No, I'm doing like what Hammer did. If Alabama beats
Oh.
Oklahoma, because I haven't beat Oklahoma yet since they've been
Got it.
in the SEC.
Yeah,
so
yeah. I see.
if Alabama wins, I'll trim it up. I ain't gonna get rid of it fully because Cass says she'll divorce me, so I can't get rid of it fully.
Yeah,
I was
you're
gonna
going to
say-
end up looking like Pappy McPoyle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Two
I was thinking
things the world is curious about: me with a full beard and Jake with a clean face.
Oh my gosh.
I was thinking if the bet was that you weren't going to shave, until Alabama lost, then you might end up looking like Matthew McConaughey in Free State of Jones, just the Civil War beard going on.
I know, right? Yeah. Yeah,
Colonel Thomas over here.
that's right.
That's right.
That'd be
Dr. Mike
General
Thomas.
That's right. Yeah.
General Thomas, yeah, at that point, because Bama hadn't lost yet.
Yeah. If Hammer had the Fu Manchu, we'd have a whole regiment. I
Right.
might have to.
If
Hey, I want to do the Ambrose, the
Hey,
Burns.
yeah.
That's cool.
I'll do the chops.
Yeah.
Yes.
Halloween, I'll do the chops, and I have to get them out to here.
Mhm.
My wife would divorce me if I got the chops.
Yep.
She's as much as Cassidy loves facial hair, it's the opposite for me.
Yeah.
Anyway, should we? You guys don't want to touch on this Sharon Moore situation, do you?
Riley Green, Cassidy.
Oh,
I'll
all right.
take that.
That's fair. Well,
Hey,
Hey,
tell
so-
a couple of girls I'm talking to that. That would help a little bit.
Everybody, this is no lie. I had a guy, and what I do now. When I first started, I was a driver, and I made a delivery to a place one day, and a guy come up to me with a pen and paper and said, "Can I have your autograph?" And I'm like, "This is a damn delivery driver, dude. What the hell are you talking about?" And he's like, "You're not Luke Combs?" I said, "No." I mean, yeah. And I'm like, I would love to have his money, but no, I don't want that fame. I don't want none of that.
Yeah, man, I'm just undercover at my own house.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
I can see that for sure. That's a good celebrity lookalike.
Yeah.
That is. Hey, I can see that now. Now that you said that,
I know.
It now it's burned into my eyes now.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about the Sharon Moore? I saw something,
Yes.
a tweet on there that said this perfectly describes this year's coaching carousel. And it's like Penn State, and it's like nobody can do worse than Penn State. And then it was like LSU, hold my beer. And then it was like Michigan, Leroy Jenkins.
Yes.
That's good.
Gosh, that is good.
I mean, oh my God, that thing unfolded so fast too.
Man, it was crazy.
Just like you get the tweet, Sharon Moore to be fired with cause. And then like it felt like a minute and a half later, he was hooking up with a staffer. And then he broke into her house.
Yeah.
I was
Yes.
like, oh my God. I mean, none of that actually is funny, but just the rapidness of the information coming in and just how like it just kept building and it just kept getting worse. And you're just like, what is going on here?
It all unraveled in like 3 to 5 hours.
Yes.
It was just insane.
It's just
I don't even think they're calling him a Michigan man anymore.
He definitely ain't a Trojan, man.
Well, they're calling him a Michigan inmate now.
Yeah,
they are doing that. Yeah. That whole thing is
Good
absolutely
Lord.
Is he
nuts.
still in, or did he get out on bail? Like
I don't
No,
know.
they're still holding
in
him.
there.
They're still holding him. They which means that like it is very serious. And they're holding him, and the charges I think are going to be announced soon, maybe tomorrow morning. But yeah, it's obviously pretty bad.
Well, they might not release him too because he could be a danger to himself based on
That's
some of the
that's
report
right.
stuff. So
He's on watch.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely crazy.
My
ahead,
first
Steve.
night in the Navy at boot camp, there was a guy that was like 35 years old. I was like 23, and I was little, and he had a complete nervous breakdown. Like, just it was absolutely weird. I guess he couldn't handle being yelled at. But he had a breakdown to the point where I had to carry him basically down 3 flights of steps. Now, remember, at this point, I weighed about $150 soaking wet.
Good
And
night.
he was a 32-year-old man at that point. And yeah, it's one of those things like if you get in weird, stressful situations, you don't know how you're going to react. You might think you're a tough guy, but I've seen people that look pretty tough turn into jelly at the first sign of like real problems hitting their life. And I think that was what happened with Sharon Moore.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're seeing everything that you have worked for up to that point in your life by your own decisions, but everything you've worked for up to that point just got the rug pulled out from under you and unraveled all before your eyes. And I heard it's worth going to watch it if you guys haven't seen the clip, but Shannon Sharp was talking with Chad Ochocinco, and Shannon Sharp had the issues that he had, I don't know, 6 months ago or whatever it was. Gets fired from ESPN. He kind of had a girl situation too. He got sued and all that, and he was talking about it, and he was just saying, "Look, I feel terrible for the family and all that stuff, right? I think we all do." But he was like, exactly what you said, Steve. Like he was like, I went through this situation, and it felt like nobody was there. He was like, I thought there was gonna be a bunch of people in my corner. He was like, there was like 3-4 people there, and it was my brother and my family and like 2 friends. He was like, and it was a weird place to be in. He said there were some days that I was just kind of hoping I didn't wake up. So he's like, if you've never been in that situation, you don't know how you're going to respond.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
For sure. Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there was a guy actually just before we got on. This guy Justin Spiro, he's been actually reporting some. He's been on top of this story basically the whole time. I don't know if the veracity is there, but he was saying Sharon Moore was allegedly DMing OnlyFans models at halftime of this year's Ohio State game. So this guy had an issue,
Big time.
Yeah, it was a long time coming. It sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, good Lord. I mean, it was this.
Well,
I mean,
and remember, he only got that job because they wanted to hire somebody and protect the Jim Harbaugh era because he was getting show caused out the door.
Yeah.
Right.
So they were just trying to save it however they could. Do you all remember that interview he gave at halftime of the Penn State game when Harbaugh was suspended? I mean, you could see something weird like this happening just from that.
I don't
just
really
remember crying.
that interview, but he started crying, right? Is that
Yeah, I remember the crying.
Yeah, and he started randomly cussing at weird times on national television.
Good Lord.
You're just like,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, yeah. I remember it now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It was also a blur, but
one more thing to say on this. I also cannot believe that Ward Emanuel still has a job.
He does
It
not.
sounds like
They fired him today.
Did they fire him?
Yeah.
They
The
fired
word
him.
is-
Okay.
The word is he got it today.
So I saw a report that from Ross Dellinger that said actually he has not been fired. So maybe he did, and I
Oh, wow.
missed that. So
If
can double-check
Dellinger
it,
said
but-
that, I'd believe him more than.
Yeah, I saw it earlier too. I hadn't seen Ross Dellinger's report though, so that
Okay,
was
here,
come out afterwards.
here it
And
is.
I tell you
Ross
what,
Dellinger.
did Lane Kiffin just send like a gift basket to Sharon Moore after this?
He said, "I can give you some tips, buddy. we can do this a little better." But Ross Dellinger, 2 hours ago, Michigan board members and university officials held a call earlier today related to the situation with Sharon Moore. Sources tell Yahoo Sports. Despite reports to the contrary, Ward Emanuel remains the athletic director as the school begins a search for its next coach.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
wow.
That would be more up to date than what I saw. So
Yeah. Yeah, mine was earlier today, not 2 hours ago. So
Okay.
And in getting info from some of the people I talked to who, knew some Michigan people, they said this didn't come out of nowhere. Their admin had known about it for a while and was waiting to see if they wanted to pursue it, basically. Basically, how it was portrayed to me from them was, we have cause on him, but we're only going to use it if we're not happy with results on the field, which is kind of a two-sided way to look at it. But
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Classic
but
college
at
football.
least,
Yeah.
but at least that's honest. I
Yeah.
guess.
yeah, that's true.
Well, it sounded like this drumbeat was building behind the scenes. I've heard a lot of
Yeah.
Michigan people, media people, Josh Pate have all said, like, behind the scenes, this was starting to get out. Agents were talking about it, et cetera. And then I saw Rich Eisen was talking about it today, and he said, he's a Michigan grad. He said, I had heard slight rumblings about this. He said, but then after Michigan lost to Ohio State, he said, I was at the game, and he said, I heard it from 4 different people. He was like,
Yeah.
This was out there. People knew, but after they lost to Ohio State, then it was like, you're finished. So, like, we got you. It's done. We're sick of this.
You know what would be hilarious? If they hired Rich Rod.
Oh, oh man.
Well, I'm sorry, Jake, but I heard they're getting Kalen DeBoer. So
I've been hearing that.
Twitter. That's what Twitter said.
Oh my!
Yeah, yes,
LSU fans had 1 week.
yeah.
1 week, because that rumor right there is just breaking them.
yeah.
Oh yeah. 'Cause everybody knows
Yep.
Lane Kiffin wants the
Uh-huh.
Alabama, and
And
If
Alabama.
DeBoer
The
bolts-
funny thing is, Bama wouldn't hire Lane Kiffin.
no,
They don't want it.
not the
Yeah.
boosters. No,
Yeah.
No.
they don't want him. So
I do think a guy that popped up before in some of those job tosses, especially Florida, Jed Fish will be a player in this one. He was a former assistant at Michigan. He could be a guy that they end up going after. He is the betting favorite right now, too.
Okay. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where they end up, just because we said this last night on our show, but the musical chairs is done.
Yeah.
The music stopped. Everybody
Yeah.
took their seat, and now Michigan's like, hey,
Can we play?
over
And
here, yeah.
For
Can
jobs
we get
like
in this
that that are
game?
massive, you typically look at recent years and see who are assistant coaches that are head coaches, who's doing well. But in the recent years, they were good. all those guys are so toxic now. The NCAA is going to be up your ass if you hire any of the Harbaugh guys. You can't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, most of them
Yeah,
have
no
show
way.
causes. Like,
Yeah.
I saw
Yeah.
Jesse Minter. People were saying, "Oh, they could hire him," but I don't
Minter's
think-
runs out after this year, but I still don't think they'll hire a Harbaugh guy.
No.
Okay, so at least
He
they
got
a
could.
year.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm with you.
The only one they should consider is Connor Stallions.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's the savior of the program.
I
Manifesto.
think we need to go nuclear, and Michigan should hire Sark.
Oh God,
Love it. Sounds
That
good.
would be nuclear.
That's awesome.
let's
Yeah.
go.
Hugh Freeze.
yeah.
Yeah,
People
Throw
keep
it
bringing
there.
up Elko. Yeah.
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 People keep bringing up Elko too. I think that's crazy. But
You guys lost. I was surprised about the Jay Bateman leaving, though. I mean, that was an interest. I mean, I get it. You're going to an offensive head coach where you'll be calling the show, but it
Right.
was different.
I was
Yeah,
surprised.
but he kind of got castrated this year because
Yeah, he
Elko
did.
took the defense over.
Right. That's that. Yeah, I saw like some Horns fans tweet about it, like, "Oh, Aggie, losing defensive coordinator to Kentucky, like a downgrade for them." It's like, guys, he wasn't calling the defense this year. It was Elko. He wants to call the
Elko.
defense. Like, of course he
Yeah.
took the job.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
it's going to be fine. Elko's still calling the defense. We're not worried about it.
And for Bateman, you're like I said, you're calling the D. You're also inheriting a pretty good defense. That defense hasn't been the problem there the last couple of years. They've been all right.
No, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Jason Bateman's a really good. He's a really good defensive coordinator. So it's tough one to lose there.
Yeah, he's also good in Angry Bosses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He had a
he's,
question in there, too.
he gave up his drug trafficking trade in the Missouri, Arkansas Ozarks to take the Kentucky.
But
That's
whenever
hard to
whenever
job.
whenever you play for Ed Straight Arrow Gennaro, it's going to rub off, and you can become a good football coach at that point.
Oh gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Armadillos. Yeah.
Mhm. I mean, you found a 40-year-old guy on a farm to play quarterback. I mean, that's an interesting story.
Sinbad was the D lineman.
Mhm.
Hell of a
Sports
deal.
Illustrated swimsuit model was your kicker.
Oh, Kathy Ireland.
Yep.
He's
Like,
days.
how did any football school, okay, seriously, whenever you're issuing stuff, have shorts that short?
Wasn't that
Just
everybody in the '80s, Steve?
Mm.
You can answer that question.
They were short, but they weren't that short.
They weren't that short.
They got uniforms sponsored by OP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Standard issue.
Yeah,
in the-
that was yoga shorts before yoga shorts was a thing. Nobody's complaining, by the way.
no.
Do you think, Mike, with this Michigan opening, that they would be able to get? Not that Jed Fish isn't, a big name or a big program, but do you think they would be able to get somebody bigger than that, or is it kind of too late? And somebody
I
like
think
Jed
Lincoln
Fish,
Riley would listen. That's not to say he'd leave, but we're pretty sure he'll listen to most people. He plays the game extremely well. Or by extent, his agent are masters at negotiating. But also, there were grumblings going into this year. Then they had a good year, but that's not going to last. Maybe he thinks, oh, if I go somewhere else, if they match my compensation, I restart the clock if I take a new job. So maybe.
yeah,
Could be.
maybe
The
Brian
only-
Kelly.
The only thing I think about Lincoln Riley, though, is he's got the #1 recruiting class coming in.
He does.
Like, he's finally got that thing rolling to where, okay, next 2 years at SC could be really good,
He's finally
I
got.
also think
that-
Riley would be appealing to Michigan for the sense that he's one of the few guys that maybe you can keep Underwood if you hire Riley.
True.
Yeah. Good point.
You think it's too cold for him there?
It's definitely not Southern
Maybe.
California.
Yeah, that's true.
Oklahoma, ECU aren't too warm though. Maybe, maybe
Yeah.
he's used to it. Not that cold though. They're not that cold.
Speaking of Brian Kelly, I saw all the rumors about Kellen DeBoer leaving. Somebody brought up and said, "Well, if he leaves, then Alabama needs to go after Brian Kelly." I'm like, no, we already saw how that happened in the SEC. We do not want
Yeah.
no,
Hell no.
no.
Yeah, absolutely not. Yeah.
What
No.
about Leipold? His shine's kind of off just because Kansas is
Right.
Kansas, but like I think
He
he's a
hasn't. it's not like he all of a sudden forgot how to coach. He
No.
just
Right.
he's just in a
It's
really
not, you get talent.
you can't get anybody, and you're
No.
playing in the
Yeah.
Big 12. You just cannot recruit there.
I don't know. He might not be a guy who rejuvenates the base enough. I don't know that he fires people up in the way you want to. Now, I do think next year he'll be a player in the Wisconsin job when it inevitably opens up next year when they're terrible again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does
The
Bob
Michigan job.
rethink his decision?
Michigan wouldn't hire James Madison's coach. Michigan, they're too far above that. I think an interesting person to think about for the Michigan job, even though there's probably not any contact or connection to it whatsoever, is Elijah Drinkwitz.
Ooh.
Yeah, he'd be a good one.
He would be good. Yeah.
Because
I'm
it's
sure he
run
would
the
listen.
ball. It's very old school Michigan. He's a little bit goofy and all of that, but I think he would fit in pretty well there.
Jim Harbaugh was goofy in his own way, though, too. He was a
Yeah,
little out
That
there.
is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah, he wore spikes to throw out a first pitch. So, yeah.
Yeah, Jim Harbaugh is one
Love
of
that.
he is one of
One that Jake and I were yelling from the rooftops for Penn State, but got Penn State just ended up getting Matt Campbell, which was a good hire.
Yeah.
Speaking of Matt Campbell, maybe wishing he would have waited
Yep.
a week or two, but is Brian Daboll. I think Brian Daboll should be mentioned in this conversation as well. I think it'd be a good. I don't know that he fires up this fan base, just getting them really, really pumped for 26 and beyond, but I think he's a damn good coach.
somebody
You
who's
need
not
stability at this point. So
Scandal.
go after somebody and who is not going to, do something terrible to your program.
Yeah.
The guy, mentality and scheme wise, personality wise, Brent Key would make a lot of sense at Michigan, I think, if they could get him to leave.
Yeah, but Chip Kelly is like interviewing for the offensive coordinator job at Georgia Tech.
I did
Yes.
hear that. Yeah.
Yes, I can hate Georgia Tech again. So yes, please do that. Please.
But you can't hate Florida.
I know.
So-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Florida's going to be pretty good in a few
They
years.
are going to be really good.
Yeah.
That's
We know
unfortunately.
is Greg Gasparato going to Florida, Summerall's longtime D coordinator. Do we know that?
No, it's going to be the Kentucky guy.
That's right.
Yeah.
Brad
Yeah,
White.
they
Brad
hired.
they hired Brad White. They hired
Yeah.
him before Buster.
Mhm.
And there was talk that before the ink dried on Buster's contract, they were talking about him maybe going to Southern Miss to be the head coach. And
They did promote Blake Anderson today to Southern Miss did.
yeah,
Okay.
which
Not because Hugh Freeze didn't campaign. He's like, I'm here. I averaged 13 points a game this year.
And hey, it wasn't my coaching this year. It was just Jackson Arnold, not my
Yeah.
playing at all, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My quarterback.
AKA Trinidad Chambliss.
And after I pay my staff and all my players, it's a wash. So why do you do it, baby Billy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I love the
All
game.
all I asked was for $2 million and an 8-ball.
and a burner phone. That's right.
give me a burner phone.
Yeah. You can find that in Hattiesburg.
Pretty easy. I would imagine the mustard buzzard, the greatest
Listen.
nickname of all time.
Yeah.
The first
Thanks, Steve.
place I started going to college was William Carey in Hattiesburg.
Okay.
And the one thing that I can remember from my time down there, it was on Monday Night Football, there was a very small dive bar that had been open for like 25 years, but they had free hot dogs on Monday Night Football night. So starving college kids would go to that bar and eat free hot dogs. That's what I
wow.
remember about Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
That'd be thousands of hot dogs.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing I'm alive.
Yeah, those kids, gas station hot dogs, that bar's hot dogs on Monday night.
Mhm. Yeah.
What do you trust more?
Yeah.
But as a college kid, you're like, nah, I'll just wash it down with some vodka and be fine. And kill everything that would harm me. So
Yeah. I enjoyed my time in Hattiesburg. They had a bar down there named Bonnie and Clyde's, which that makes no sense really necessarily, but it was there and it was pretty good. That's where I got to know like the Eurythmics and that dance. They just randomly
Yep.
do that. They tried to do a dance club and all that, and I was like, okay, that's
Steve,
cool.
you tried to found a dance club?
No, I was under the age of 21, so the options of actually places I could get into were limited.
Okay.
In the 20s.
Did you run into Brett Favre?
No. Fun fact: Lenny Dykstra, when he played for the Jackson Mets before he got to New York, way back when in the early '80s, my mom ran into him before then, and because he was a ball player, she thought he was going to get me an autograph because I liked the Jackson Mets. You know, they had Lenny Dykstra, all those guys that had a really good team. So my mom went and asked him for an autograph, and he proceeded to cuss her out for 15 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
So that's my Lenny Dykstra story.
Wow.
I mean, I believe it. He was probably probably had no idea who he was yelling at, and he's just yelling. I think he just did. He have a massive wad of chew in his cheek?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he did. I don't think he did.
And was
Probably
it like
high out of his mind? I bet he was high out of his mind and thought your mom was an umpire or something.
Yeah,
Is there
you can't just approach Nails for an autograph at any time.
Yeah,
I mean,
seriously,
you
you can't just do that.
Right.
a bold move by Mama Willis.
Mm.
Is there any bowl games outside of the college football playoff you guys are really interested in?
I think honestly, the Vanderbilt Iowa matchup is
Yeah.
probably the best matchup outside the college football playoff.
You
And
wanna
I'm
say
not
that
just
one's
saying that
pretty
because I host Locked On Vandy, but that's just an intriguing matchup because you have Diego Pavia and Mark Gronowski, two legitimate quarterbacks going at it. And, Gronowski's a good quarterback. He's beat up earlier in the year, but I watched him play against I watched the highlights, let's be honest, of him against Nebraska, and dude was just carving him up.
Yeah, Iowa plays offense now.
Yeah.
Texas and Michigan. I want to see that almost more than air now.
Yeah, that one became
Biff Bogey.
Yeah.
Because the transfer portal opens up like the next day, I think.
Yep. Well, there's a couple random ones that I next Tuesday, I probably the only person in the world that really wants to watch Troy and Jacksonville State. I think those two teams are going to be an interesting matchup for each other. And then later on, we're talking January 2nd. Arizona SMU will be a fun game. Curious to see that one.
Yeah.
And
I think
South Florida and Old Dominion could be really good too because Old Dominion's quarterback is legit and he's already in the transfer portal.
Oh.
And Byron Brown, USF's QB, is not going to play.
Yeah. Well, then I'm going to change that.
Yeah.
This is kind of a sicko one, but preseason top 5, Penn State and Clemson are squaring off in the Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowls.
Yeah.
That could be
thought that
fun
was gonna be the
in
national
Yankee Stadium.
Who is
some people's daddy pick.
Yeah.
Who is Penn State playing?
Clemson.
Clemson. My goodness, both of them were people's natty pick.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on the
a lot
squad
of
show
people.
preseason, I had Cade Klubnik as my Heisman.
No, don't say
It was a
stuff
decent
like
pick
that,
at the
man.
time. Like, I don't fault you for saying it then.
Heck, absolutely not.
I think the Music City Bowl will be pretty good too. Illinois.
I think preseason, I probably picked
Mhm.
Nussmeier to be
And-
my Heisman pick, so I didn't do much better.
Yeah, a lot
I
of
remember
Tennessee.
being excited because I was on the Netflix documentary talking about Nussmeier.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
that's still
like, yeah.
Netflix.
I'm just glad my picture wasn't on there.
Hmm.
Just a voice that only we recognize, and your
Yeah.
18 million subscribers. So nobody.
It's like, hey, Steve, do you know you sound like Billy Bob Thornton? It's like, I've never heard that.
Hey, the Pop-Tarts Bowl is always fun, but Georgia Tech and BYU this year,
Yep.
I'm excited for that one. That one's gonna be a
That'd be
ton
good.
of fun.
Yeah, we were supposed to get Notre Dame. Thanks, Notre Dame.
Did y'all see my Pop-Tarts meme?
Yeah.
I was pretty proud
Yes.
of that one.
No, but I want to.
Oh, I need to see it.
You gotta
I mean,
see it. It's
I-
good.
I gotta upload it. I gotta find it. Y'all keep talking. I'll find it for you.
Well, the
My question
Virginia, Missouri
is-
could be a good one.
Yeah. My question is if Mississippi State wins the Dukes Mayo Bowl, is Jeff Levy going to be dunked in Mayo? Is he actually going to do that?
That is the rule.
Oh, you have
I
to.
know.
You have
I mean, you had to, but
game.
he just don't seem like the type of guy who would like do that willingly.
No, he does not seem like he would enjoy that.
No.
He's gonna.
I don't think we have to worry about Mississippi State winning that game if we're going to be honest about it.
That's a good point.
Hey, that's one. I don't know that it would get the Michigan people fired up, but Dickert at Wake Forest, I know he just signed an extension, but
Yeah.
if Michigan comes calling, I think he'd be a good hire. What he did there was pretty impressive this year.
Yeah.
He's a Wisconsin guy too, so it's familiar with the area.
That's a good point.
Jimmy Rogers. I'm a huge Jimmy Rogers
Yeah.
guy. But he's at Iowa State now, so it'd be a quick turnaround.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, sorry, just kidding.
Would Michigan try to get PJ Fleck?
No.
I talked about that with someone today, a Minnesota guy. He says it would be a reach. Like maybe he'd be the 5th or 6th guy.
But they might get to the 5th or 6th guy because of when they're hiring.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
I wonder if they might try to go after Jeff Brum. I don't know that they'd pull him away from his alma mater. That might be a job that could do it, though.
Yeah. Big Ten experience.
Yeah.
With the spoiler makers.
And boss man, I want to bring up something that I've been seeing you tweet out a bunch of stuff this week, but Notre Dame not taking a bowl bid and you making the point, well, why don't you like shove it to the committee, show it to the ball game, and beat the crap out of whoever you're playing? Why don't you do that? Show the committee, hey, you got this wrong.
because
they decided, right, exactly. They decided just to quit, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, my whole thing about it, I responded to one of the Notre Dame guys. I don't even remember exactly what he said, but he was just basically questioning, like, why in the world would we play, a bowl game? Like this is, I don't understand why everybody's pissed off at us for not playing a bowl game, et cetera, et cetera. And, I just responded to him. I was like, well, I thought the whole point of playing football was loving the game. And don't you, like, as a competitor, don't you want to compete?
Right.
If you don't get your way, you cry over spoiled milk and spilled milk and go home. Like, get out of here, man. Especially, look at Hammer made this point on our show last night. You want to look down Notre Dame's roster, right? Or almost any roster across the country. Are the majority of those guys not going to play in the NFL and play at the next level? The answer is yes. It doesn't matter what school you're playing at.
Right.
And so a lot of those guys are playing their last game in that jersey, whatever jersey it is, right? And so that bowl game is going to be their last game that they ever get to play in college football. Yeah. And so I just don't get how you can – and the Notre Dame people, they counter and they say, well, it was the players. The players made the decision. And my point was, I said this on our show last night, I have a lot of respect for Marcus Freeman, but if I am Marcus Freeman in that moment, I am stopping my team and I'm saying, hold on, you guys don't want to play? No. 5 minutes, get in the locker room. I have something to say. And then I'm going in there and I'm saying, hold on. The whole point of this, guys, is being competitors, and life doesn't always go your way. And we didn't do enough to get in. We have to take ownership of that. We lost the 2 games that we should have won. But you know what we can do now? We can go out one more time, play in the Golden Helmets, play for our seniors, and get a win and kick some butt and show the committee that we should have been in. It's like I just don't get the mentality at all. It's foreign to me. And so that was what really got me spun up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
last year, Ole Miss went 9-3 and was just on the outside of the playoffs. They had exactly one opt-out, went to the Gator Bowl, and put 55 points on Duke.
Right.
That's how you handle that situation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think, Boss Man, you brought up a good point on Twitter this week where 2 things are true at the same time. From Notre Dame's point of view, yeah, you probably did get hosed. Maybe you should have made it. And you handled it really, really bad. Both of those things happen.
Both are absolutely true. Yeah.
Yeah. Getting scooped doesn't mean it's okay for you to act the way you did. And that whoever the quote that was just on the screen about them feeling misled, I don't like how they handled it. That's probably fair. If you were ahead of Miami the whole time, then at the unveiling, you get flipped, I'd be upset about that too.
Yeah. I mean, let's be real about this. If you're taking the ranking show at face value before the final ranking show, that's on you. because it goes back to the very first one where TCU was number 3 all the way through. And then as soon as the rankings came out, they were 6th.
Yeah.
I mean, they do this every single year. So if you're on the bubble and you're going off of the rankings that they're doing in this made-for-TV show, that's on you at that point.
I mean, even a few years ago with Florida State, I mean, they didn't make it, but they still went to their bowl game. I know they got killed by Georgia, but at least they still went and played for the seniors. That was still,
all those, they had all kinds of guys opted out.
Yeah,
they did. They did. Yeah. They still play.
Yeah, but I mean,
They still
Corey,
played. They're still
you know,
broken.
Yeah.
yeah, but Corey, your guy Clark Lee, he handled it the right way, right? Maybe
Right.
he had the same
Yes.
record as Notre Dame. Now they didn't have the rug pulled because they weren't up there to begin with, but still same record, same everything. And he gets asked about it, and he's like, "Yeah, we're not the victims here. We had opportunities to win games and we didn't."
Yeah.
And
Now we got to move
that's-
on and play Iowa. He goes, I don't expect any opt outs. I think we're going to go out there and get that 11th win, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna make history here and have the best season ever in Vanderbilt history.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep building on that because they have 20 early enrollees coming in that are going to get valuable bowl prep. You have a bunch of guys that are leaving due to eligibility and are going to have, I know that's a myth, Steve, but they're going to have opportunities to put tape for the NFL. You have, Diego Pavia wants to come back and put more tape on for the NFL and try to move up the draft boards as best he can. He got an invite to the Senior Bowl, by the way. So like all these guys need this game, and they realize that. And they realize that for the guys coming back, they need these extra practices, and maybe they have some sessions with just the guys that are coming back to get them gelled with each other. I don't know how they organize that stuff, but it was a perfect response to a crappy situation. And he was pissed. And he's like, "Yeah, I thought we should have made it. I thought we deserved it. I thought we were one of the best 12 teams." And he kept saying that, but then he's like, "But at the same time, we're not victims. We lost to Alabama. We lost to Texas. Should have won those games. If you want to get in the playoff, you win those games. Yada yada yada. We're gonna play. We're gonna beat the hell out of Iowa."
Yeah.
Yes, it's all about looking in the mirror. Like what happened to looking in the mirror and saying, we just didn't do enough, right? And then channeling that frustration and that anger into your opponent in a bowl game. And this isn't a participation trophy thing. The bowl games have been around forever. We love the bowl games. Like I'm going to watch a bunch of the bowl games that aren't the college football playoff. Like that part needs to continue. One thing I do think, actually, I want to hear what you guys think about this because I'm a college football traditionalist, right? I love college football, just all the history of it, pageantry, all of it. And that includes bowl games. But the bowl games have lost a lot of luster with a bunch of kids opting out. And so one of the things I want to see the bowl system rejuvenated in some way. And I think part of that should be that there are bonuses or NIL deals or something attached to it so that, for instance, right, Notre Dame doesn't get into the college football playoff. The Pop-Tarts Bowl or whoever is going to get them, they should Jeremiah Love, as a strata, right, on the roster, depending on how good you are, right, or maybe your NFL potential, you get $150,000 bonus for playing in the Pop-Tarts Bowl. There would be a whole lot less opt-outs. These games would be a lot more fun to watch if we had that. You would still get a couple because, right, there's some guys like name your guy, right, who's a top, going to be a first-round pick quarterback.
Love is that guy. If it wasn't the playoffs, he wasn't going to play in it. I mean, even before this, yeah.
But it would make a lot of people think twice about it, right? Oh, I'm going to get $200,000 to play. Well, I might play that game.
Washington is doing a similar thing. So a lot of their guys have, as part of their NIL, have different incentives, and they'll honor those accumulated ones if they go to the bowl game and honor that and play.
So, I like that.
Like if you say they need, like if you need to get 10 pass breakups if you're a D-back, they'll let the bowl game count for that for those guys who decide to play in it.
Okay.
I like that. All right. I think I found, I don't know if this is the right video, but I'm going to try it. And this is the Pop-Tart who is very pissed at Notre Dame.
I love it.
So that wasn't the right video, but there is an ending to it. I'll send it to you guys in the chat. But basically, the end of it is it's this like Goosebumps looking text, and it says "He's coming for you," and then it has this like music over it, and then it's got the Notre Dame logo on the top of it.
That is great.
Oh God! Shout out to Goosebumps. Man. Yeah, I like the idea of NIL being tied into bowl games, and maybe the bowl sponsors, they offer a little bit more than, just the standard gift suite that they usually do for bowl week. But they have the NIL stuff, appearance. They do appearance fees and things like that where they pay something's got to spruce it up and make it more exciting. But some bowls they just can't be. Some bowls are just. Maybe you cut a few. That's also an option. Like if they get too boring, but then you wouldn't get the hate bowl in Birmingham between Georgia Southern and App State.
Yeah,
a true rivalry game.
By the way, everybody out there should take App State in that game. Clay Helton is one of the worst bowl coaches in the history of the world. If you look at his history. Well, they just use this practice for the next year and don't care at all.
Yeah. He's getting a Faulkner as his quarterback, so he's good. He's about to be good.
And also, air raid teams don't generally do well in bowl games. Whenever you have time to like study what's going on, it's a pretty simple offense to shut down if you have time to defend it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Clay Helton has not won a bowl game since 2016. That was the Rose Bowl when he was at USC. Yeah.
Oof.
Who was that? Darnold and those guys?
2016. Yeah, I think so.
Could have been. That could have been the year they came back late and beat Penn State. Yes, that's what it was. 52-49. Wow. So your air raid game in a bowl game, like Steve was just talking about.
Defense optional.
Yeah.
It's like one of those undercard boxing matches where it's like the two guys weigh like 120 pounds and they're just wailing on each other. There's no defense whatsoever.
I wonder how many games this season would it take Penn State to score 49 points?
That's interesting.
15.
Calculate that.
All right, I found it. Here's the one.
That is awesome.
Boss man, that was incredible.
Oh, I had a lot of fun making that one.
That's good.
It was like it came to me from. I was just thinking about the. I don't know if y'all seen. Have y'all seen the RFK meme where he's like in the shadows or whatever?
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah, that's where it came from.
Good night, Rick.
Good night, Rick. Is Diego Pavia going to win the Heisman?
Yeah, that one.
No,
because Fernando Mendoza completed a fade pass.
Yeah, that's right. I think Fernando gets it.
Yeah,
I like Pavia. I think he should get it, but I think it's going to be.
And I've been on Mendoza for a month. You guys know that I'm not. I will not be swayed in this at this time of the year.
Yeah. I think his post-game interview helped him too, just because everybody loved it because he was.
By the way, the memes that have come out of that are absolutely fantastic.
Well, it's kind of funny too because, he did the same thing last year at Cal. It's just obviously he's on such a bigger stage. But don't you remember to get to the bowl game when they got to 6-6 and beat Stanford, and he's like, "We're going 99 yards for the boys." It's like, that's just how he is. He's just a goofball.
The one I saw today was hilarious. Today it was give all the glory to God as he's almost crying. It was me when I think I'm all out of zins, but I find one in an empty kit in my top drawer.
Oh my gosh.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh man. Should we do some picks?
Yeah, sure.
Picks.
I created a great graphic that I'm really proud of, so I really want to use it.
All right. Let's put it out there. Where is it? Did you load it? More
Oh,
on
that is a good
Mountain.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, I thought that was a good callback to last week's show.
Oh my god.
That is good.
Right.
Oh shoot.
I think Corey's the mayor of that, right?
I was last week. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Not calling you guys morons, by the way, but I went with that theme, and I saw that picture, and I was like, "That's Moron Mountain." I was like, "We're going with the Moron Mountain theme."
Oh god, that's funny. Because I was definitely space cadet at times last week.
Hey, my question is, with those three guys on Moore Mountain plus two others, could they beat the Looney Tunes in basketball?
No,
I'm not very
because-
good at basketball. Probably not. No.
Definitely Michael Jordan.
Do the
Yeah.
Looney Tunes have Michael Jordan or LeBron?
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah,
So no,
definitely couldn't defeat the Monstars. I'll tell you
No.
that right now,
no.
No.
not happening.
The quote of the week on the sheet was, "I could stick my head up a butcher's ass."
Yeah,
From Tommy Boy, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
where he can never get it right with what the dad says.
He's like, yeah, you could trust a butcher, or you could stick your head up a bull's ass or something. And he
Yeah.
was like, yeah, I could trust the bull, but stick my head up a butcher's ass.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
I could get a good look at a T-bone steak by sticking my head up a bull's ass, but I'd rather take the butcher's word for it.
I do love that how Tommy Boy in that situation, he is on it. He has a chance to be his dad, and you could feel it.
Yeah.
So what first? Army, Navy?
Go Navy.
Go Navy beat Army. Steve, I'm with you this year.
I like Army to cover that. Odd as it is, that spread is way too big for this game, and this game is going to hit the under every year. So anything more than 2.5, I probably would take the underdog in it.
I like Horvath.
I do think Navy wins straight up, but I'm going Army to cover.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Horvath is really good.
I'm with you, Mike. It's a service academy game, rivalry game. 6.5 feels like too much, even though Navy's been the better team, but I think Army
Absolutely
can cover that.
Yeah.
I think y'all are the only two on it.
Yeah, and Becky is the callback to the ship she was stationed on in the Navy. So that's the Go Big Land.
Okay.
I was.
By the way,
I had to
the
Google that. I
over-under
was
is
like, what is she talking
38.5, and I'm
Yeah.
still on the under in this one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
38.5.
USS Emory S. Land.
Okay, very cool.
Cool.
Did you guys meet in the Navy, Steve? Is that right?
Yes. While we were right after boot camp in A school is when we met. And we
We're
will-
Great Lakes, Illinois.
yes.
Okay.
Better in Laurel, Maryland at the Defense Information School. But we're 2 weeks away from essentially a little bit over 2 weeks away from our 25th wedding anniversary.
Nice.
All right.
Congratulations.
Congrats. That's awesome.
Big deal. That's great.
Mhm. We made it. We're flying
All
back up to Tennessee to celebrate it with people that we hardly see.
Nice.
Well, I'm working to find my missus, so I screenshotted that comment from Cassidy. I'm going to send that to a couple people.
There you go. Do it. You know
Good
what's
job,
interesting?
Cassidy playing
Yeah.
Cassidy on the assist.
That's right.
Thank you, Wing Woman. Thank you very much.
Next week we need
Some of those
a
cool guest pickers you guys have been having.
Yeah.
we need a picture of Boss Man and Jake next week, photoshopped. Boss Man can be Riley Green on stage. Jake can be Luke Combs.
There you go. Yes. There we go.
If they have a picture together, we'll have to Photoshop your faces on that.
Yeah,
I'm sure they got
for
one
sure.
somewhere, right?
I'm
That'd
sure
be
there's
fun.
someone somewhere.
We can
What's
figure it out.
interesting about this Army Navy game from the period of 2002 through 2015, Navy didn't lose a single game. Since 2016 to now, it's been a 6-3 swing for Army, but I still think Navy's going to win here.
Yeah. We talk all the time about my joke getting ruined by Dan Mullen. My first joke that got ruined was about there's never been a Facebook post about Navy losing to Army because that's never happened. And that was like 15 years of Facebook being a thing.
Yeah.
And that got ruined. And I was like, man, forget you,
Ken
Ken.
Mullen ruined you, and then
Yeah, Ken Niamatololo.
yeah.
I have heard I can't remember who I was listening to today. Somebody, actually, I think it was Dave Portnoy, so probably could disregard it. But I actually have heard a couple other people say it too, but Jeff Monken, they've mentioned Jeff Monken for the Michigan job. I think he's a great coach. I don't think there's any chance. But
I
he's a
don't
good
think
coach.
go hire Army's coach.
They should hire Rich Rod, seriously.
Please do. That would be awesome.
That would be so awesome.
It'd be amazing if Rich Rod's just doing 2.0s really quick at every stop. That would be amazing.
Mhm.
I mean, I would love to see Michigan running the Army offense in the Big Ten. That would be
Oh my gosh.
that would be awesome.
Doesn't Iowa already do that?
Yeah, I was gonna say I was already
Basically.
doing that, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not anymore. But they actually play real offense now, but
Which is so weird to see.
they're scoring like 30 points a game or something.
I do love that they went viral for completing a 5-yard out pass in the preseason. It's like, we're in, we're good, we got it. Look at this guy's amazing. It's like, what?
Yeah.
We've all been
Fast
doing this
forward,
for 25 years.
He's thrown 8 touchdowns and 6 interceptions this year, and he's ran for 15 touchdowns.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But he's like God there.
Yes, they love him.
Mhm.
He is a 2-time national champion.
Because he's like Johnny Manziel at Iowa.
Yeah.
He's like 23 touchdowns in a season. What?
we
I
didn't
need to
score
be
that
left
over,
alone.
we didn't score that in Brian Ferentz's complete tenure as OC.
Yeah.
I
It
was
was funny,
proud they might win the Joe Moore Award.
Yeah.
Probably the favorites.
Eh,
Yeah.
I was watching some of that Iowa-Oregon game because that was close and it was nasty weather. And,
It was raining the whole game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he made a couple good throws downfield, but I just kept laughing because every pass he completed downfield, Gronowski, it was to a big white tight end. There was no, no receivers to be found. It's like he's hitting the guy, seam down the middle. It's just this giant Iowa tight end.
George Kittle 2.0,
Yeah.
TJ
Yeah.
Hawkinson 2.0. They had this guy, war number 5. He made some Randy Moss catch against Nebraska. It was Van Z or whatever. He was nasty.
I do like their tradition of waving at the kids, that's pretty cool to see.
And the pink locker room.
Well,
Yeah.
It's great too.
Yeah.
Was it DJ Von Amy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
He's a pretty good tight end.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm thinking of I'm looking at the games here. Troy, Jacksonville State. I went with Troy because I love that movie. I think it's a great movie. I think Brad Pitt does a great job in that movie, and so based on that, I'm going with Troy to cover the spread against Jack State. And Jack State doesn't have Rich Rod anymore, so give me
Is this
Troy.
like-
You have Cam Cook, though, one of the best running backs in the country, and they're the 4th best running team in the country. So I'm going with Jack State.
Yeah, same reason. They just run the ball too good, and they're this is one of my pick the underdog games. This is one of them too.
Not against Achilles.
Achilles dies at the end, boss man. There has to be a metaphor in there for that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
He does die at the end,
Is
He
this
gets chopped through the heel.
Yep.
but the movie is awesome.
Which by the way, that movie, when you see the arrow in his heel and all that's joking, and then they roll him over and there's like 17 arrows in the front of him. That was pretty good. It makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah.
Is this like the Iron Bowl Junior?
Ooh,
Troy versus
Troy
Jack
versus
State
Jack. That's a good point. Yeah.
in state. I don't
Iron
even know
Bowl
if they
Light.
have a rivalry, but
They should make it sounds like a beer, Iron Bowl Light.
yeah, that would
Some
be a
brewery
good
needs
beer.
to do
Jake,
that.
get on that. Start
That's
brewing
right.
that Iron Bowl Light.
And we talk about
that sounds
we've talked about the origin of the James Madison Dukes, but the Old Dominion Monarchs. What's the deal with Virginia? You literally wrote that it wouldn't happen. The Old Dominion Monarch. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
And I mean, Cavaliers goes back to English Civil War times too.
It
Well,
does.
if you go back and look at Virginia history, there's so much stuff tied to the crown. That's why all these different counties and cities are named after Queen Anne and Queen this and Queen that, and so that's where it comes from.
And then you got Virginia Tech, bunch of jive turkeys.
Yeah, just turkeys. I put Jeb didn't something happened in the sheet, so I put Jeb just on the fence there in ODU USF, but I think he actually picked ODU.
I know
I
I
was on
picked
ODU
it.
too.
I picked it for him because for some reason when he filled it all out, that was blank, so I just gave him that.
Okay. Hammer was ODU too, so I should have switched that, but yeah. I think they're just going contrarian.
But that quarterback for
underdogs.
ODU is supposed to be pretty good.
Colton
Yeah, he
Jones
is.
very good. Yeah.
Now that I know what's his name is not Bryce Brown or whatever his name is.
Byron
is not
Brown.
playing-
Yeah.
Yeah. Is not playing for USF.
Is he in the portal?
Yeah.
Oh, he's Auburn Brown then, probably.
Yep.
I don't think.
True.
Yeah, I don't know that Brown has officially said he's in the portal, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he will.
I mean, come on.
He gonna be next year's Jackson Arnold.
Probably.
Gonna get Golesh fired, and Golesh is gonna be like, "Yeah, that's stupid."
Does that mean Deuce Knight pieces out?
Yeah.
I hope so.
There's a lot of talk that
Yeah.
that all three of the quarterbacks that they have is probably going to be gone. We already know Arnold's in the portal.
Does Pete Golding like collecting quarterbacks like Lane Kiffin did?
I think Pete Golding, his philosophy is he just wants good football players and as many of them as he can get.
True.
Is
Not a bad
Trinidad
strategy.
done?
Trinidad, his waiver will be announced in about a week.
Okay.
If he gets a waiver, he's going to stay at Ole Miss.
He was SEC newcomer.
and if he doesn't, he's done. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's pretty weird.
I think if Trinidad gets the waiver, Austin Simmons transfers. If Trinidad does not get the waiver, Austin Simmons is the quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would make
sounds
sense.
right.
That would make
Well,
sense.
how about
Hey, Jake, you and me and Cassidy are on the Blue Hens.
Yeah, I didn't know. I don't know anything about either one of those teams, so I just
I
like
went
I just like
underdog.
Delaware.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
no idea. I've seen Delaware
Yeah.
play. I still don't know much about them.
Hey, Joe
Cajuns-
Flacco. So
Flacco.
The
Yep.
Cajuns finished the season hot. That's why I'm on them. I think they won their last 4 games. Delaware's a fun team, though. Their QB, Nick Minicucci, runs around a lot. And
I like that
Delaware's
name.
going to play 25
name.
different receivers and throw to each of them once. So they just come in and wait. Like their receivers come in like hockey lines on a change.
Good Lord.
first year in
the thing-
FBS, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Missouri State, too. Both of them.
Delaware is the least chaotic team that wears that uniform style.
That is true.
Yeah, they
Accurate.
do.
Yeah.
They've got the helmets. Yeah.
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 Is there a
How
third
about,
team that wears those type of uniforms?
Princeton
Yep.
in FCS. The D3 school I played at uses the same one.
Hillsborough High School, Steve, uses those.
One of the things that I was like, wow, I had no idea it was like that. But when Michigan orders the helmets, it's the yellow helmet, and then the blue is a sticker.
Oh,
I never
Uh-huh.
thought about that.
I didn't know that either.
No, that's wild.
yeah. One
Yeah,
note,
I always thought it was a blue helmet, and they
Yeah.
just put the yellow on there. But no, it's vice versa.
one note that happened today regarding our pick sheet. Missouri State was on there. Their head coach Ryan Beard has taken the job at Coastal Carolina.
Ooh,
Okay.
Saw that.
Mhm.
the mythical Roosters.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, you know who's not taking a job? Arkansas State head coach Butch Jones,
No.
champions of life.
Yeah,
Get ready for
he's,
that.
he's building that up brick by brick.
He is.
It's taking brick by brick too. Good
The
God.
Red
saw
Wolves,
some-
baby.
Yeah.
I saw somebody had dug up the graphic Tennessee put out many years ago, and it was Butch Jones, and it said most followed head coach on social media. Everybody was like, "This was the trophy Tennessee got for hiring Butch Jones."
Yeah.
Champions of life.
I also feel like I don't know if any fan base loves trying to dunk on their former head coaches more than Tennessee. Auburn might, but Tennessee might too. Like they both love doing that more than most.
You think Auburn's jealous of Michigan? Because they literally tried to set Brian Harsin up and claim that he had an affair, and all of a sudden they couldn't pull that off.
Yeah.
And then Michigan's like fired with cause, and they're like, "Oh man."
I was like, so is that easy?
Yeah.
I think the Harsin thing is top 3 craziest college football stories of all time.
It is.
Like I was arguing with an Auburn person on Twitter about this, and like, well,
They love doing that.
Left the situation better than Harsin. They're like, hold on, it's only better because you made it bad for Harsin by fabricating things and trying to get him fired.
Right.
It's bad because of you, not him.
We keep it within the Auburn family until we have to make up an affair to try and get our head coach fired, and then we take it outside the family.
Yeah.
Before Harsin got back into coaching this year at Cal, when he took, I guess it was 2 years off. It was just collecting that buyout money. His Sunday morning tweets with the coffee cup.
Yes.
So good.
Every time Auburn lost. Yes. It's so great. I love it. I love the fadiness.
Yeah. And the workout pictures. Oh, he was hilarious.
Yeah.
So collected millions. Genius.
Yeah. It sounds like Tosh Lupoy, Cal's new head coach, the guy was the D coordinator at Oregon. He's gonna keep Rolovich, and it sounds like he might keep Harsin as well. So they might have both of those guys back.
Nice.
There you go.
Okay.
Good start.
Good. You got to keep
they got the QB. Yeah.
Say Palutelli.
Yeah.
I think it's hilarious that Washington State got rid of Rolovich because he wouldn't take a COVID vaccine, and then ended up going to Berkeley.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I said this before. One of my favorite, made up meme. It was like a cartoonish meme, but it was Nick Rolovich being fired for not taking the vaccine, then going to Berkeley. Is America healing in 2025?
I saw that. Yes. Yeah.
The most liberal college, the most liberal ACC college of all time.
My goodness, they should not be allowed to charge for tuition when you're in the Atlantic Coast Conference in San Francisco.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Absolutely nuts.
I can see the Pacific out my window.
Yeah.
Hammer, you bringing up Brian Harsin, he was doing that, as a former coach, and now you got Hugh Freeze, who's going on like every podcast he can, throwing players under the bus for his time at Auburn. He's
coming on an Ole Miss podcast.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Oh gosh.
Steve, when are you having him? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I'm not having him at all. But he's trying to campaign any way he can to get a job. And the reality of the situation is he's going to be like the assistant linebackers coach at Delta State. That's about where his career is right now.
That's a good point.
He's got time to work on his golf game. So
yeah, you got plenty of time for that.
An offensive genius scoring 13 points and throwing his quarterback under the bus. That's probably not going to sell.
I'm no expert.
Listen, he got more mileage out of 2 wins over Nick Saban than anybody thought possible.
Do you think
he did.
Say Chadwell moves on or gets fired, think Liberty would take him back? They might.
It depends on if he gets another job.
Okay.
Didn't Chadwell? I thought I read somewhere Chadwell did get fired.
No, he's still there.
Chadwell should have went back to Coastal.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
He
He ran that quirky offense. He was perfect for them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Quirky offense. They're having Revolutionary War simulations at halftime. I mean, that's
right.
That's quite preparing right there.
Yep.
I mean, Steve was like feeling nostalgic when we were watching that game,
Gosh.
Steve's like, yeah, I've heard that.
Here we go.
All right.
All right. 2 minutes.
The Revolutionary War jokes now.
Second in command.
You pretty much all use them.
Yeah.
Which ones have you heard more? Revolutionary War jokes, or you sound like Billy Bob Thornton?
I sound like Billy Bob Thornton. It's literally 25 years on 2 continents at this point.
Nice.
All right, 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
And my wife can't hear it. Becky does not get it. It's been 25 years of her people telling her, and she's like, I don't hear that.
I never got it until it got mentioned this episode. Now it's all I hear.
Yeah.
I'll have to go watch Landman. I haven't heard.
I heard Landman is amazing, but I haven't watched it yet.
It is.
I haven't seen it either.
Becky hates Landman. Hates it.
Steve,
And it's
talk about getting French fried potatoes.
Yeah. No. So I don't think it's Sling Boyd. I hope it's not Sling Boyd I'm being compared with. I think it's more Armageddon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, oil drillers, we're going to teach you how to be an astronaut in 3 days.
Go up there and get them.
Yeah. So, yeah, Becky hates Landman, hates it. The portrayal of women on that show, it has gotten her to the point where she's just yelling at Taylor Sheridan in the middle of the show. She doesn't even watch anymore. She just completely is like it's like the Family Guy thing where there was like Peter Griffin was watching. It's like, now back to failure to launch, and he's like, done, gone.
Yeah.
All right, 2 minutes.
2 minutes times 2.
Yeah, we're going 2 minutes times 8 just a minute ago. All right, so that's a lot of math. Thanks for watching SEC After Dark. Make sure you join us each and every week. And the offseason is going to be a lot of fun because we get to go off the rails from the start. But we probably won't do that until after bowl season, really, truly on the Off the Rails brand for that. But joining us, and you should subscribe. If you haven't already, you're probably in the minority at this point because there's 350 million people subscribed already. Locked on Ole Miss, the most listened to Ole Miss podcast in all the land. So make sure you check out Stephen Willis there. He is crushing it in that market, and just the competition is so far in the distance you can't even see him. You have now Dr. Mike Huseman, host of Off-Season After Dark, and just absolutely crushing it in all aspects. And so he's a regular contributor on Locked On Vandy, and I don't know if he's going to continue being a regular contributor in the offseason on Locked On Ole Miss, but if he does, you should check that out as well. Boss Man and Hammer, Biscuits and SEC. What are y'all going to do after your run of celebrity pickers?
I think we're going to keep that going. We'll just talk about, we'll have them in the offseason, just talking about, different teams, different things that are going on, offseason outlook. We'll talk about some college basketball, some college baseball going on as well. So we've had a lot of fun with the guest pickers this year. I'm trying to work on somebody for next week, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, everybody check us out at Biscuits and SEC across all socials and on YouTube.
Absolutely, and you should do just that. Jake Thomas, your double shot of Alabama, Bama After Dark, Tide Talk Live. If you need some Alabama stuff leading up to this playoff matchup, ain't no love in Oklahoma as far as they're concerned. So you can check that out. And I'm Corey Burton, host of Locked On Vandy, and the regular guys. I don't know what's going to happen with that. I'll be honest with you, but Locked On Vandy's taken a life of its own. So that's been the main priority right now, and that's going to continue to probably be the main priority. And so check that out as well. And check all of us out right here on SEC After Dark each and every Thursday, coming at you, getting you ready for the weekend. But until next time, go Dogs, anchor down.
Hotty toddy.
Spurs up.
And
Roll Tide.
Coming for you, Tulane. We are
Spoiler
coming
up.
for you.